Welcome to another episode of City Talk, a Zoom edition, of course, where we try to find out what these people do all day. And by these people, I mean the employees of the various departments of the city of Pittsburgh. Say hello to Maurice Matthews, Mo for short, who is an assistant public information officer for the Department of Public Safety, which encompasses, among other things, the police and fire departments. Mo, welcome to City Talk.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. So tell us what an assistant public information officer does.
The assistant public information officer, I basically help out the deputy PIO and the main PIO. We cover anything from the bureaus of fire, police, EMS, animal care and control, EMA, and special events office and nighttime economy. We just information that they need to be that they want put out. We put out in the forms of like Twitter, short videos on like Facebook and stuff like that.
Every third week you might have, you're on call, so you might have to get up in the middle of the night to the scene of a shooting or a bus in a sinkhole or whatever the police emergency is to talk to.
Yeah, hopefully no more buses and sinkholes, but you're right. We do get up in the middle of the night and go to different scenes and, get the information that we need and put it out on our media blotter or on Facebook and Twitter, and eventually some news stations come and pick that up.
Yeah, I remember that media blotter. It's a relatively new thing, but it allows you to just, instead of talking to 8 reporters individually, you can just put it on the internet and they can all go to that site.
Exactly. Yeah, it saves on, if I'm out at 2 a.m., I could just like put that out and then maybe catch a quick nap afterwards instead of have to answer the same emails all night long.
So I assume that's occasionally frustrating, like maybe you just went to sleep and your phone rings.
Yeah, it happens, but you kind of get used to it. We call it like the week of no sleep or week of minor sleep, like it'd be the week that I don't sleep in my bed. I might just lay on the couch with the computer like nearby.
You think somebody might be calling even when nobody does,
Yeah. Sometimes, I think they're called like ghost phantoms, where you think you feel your phone is vibrating and it actually isn't vibrating.
So before this, and I know because I knew you from a few years ago, you were with the Department of Special Events.
Yes, that's correct.
So you would set up giant facilities around the city for people to come see a concert or whatever other kind of event the city was putting on, or maybe a movie outside.
Yeah, we did like the movies, farmers markets, Bach, Beethoven and brunch and Sunday mornings, the Great Race and other foot races they have throughout the city. Yeah.
But you didn't get called out in the middle of the night for special events. How did you?
No, I got good sleep during those days.
But you don't miss those days because you're young and strong and you like this job.
Yeah, I love what I do.
How about that? Has there been anything particularly unusual or that comes to mind of the kind of events you've had to go out suddenly in the middle of the night and talk to reporters?
Mostly, I mean, like large fires. I've gone, mostly the middle of the night of that. And then, of course, like homicides. And but I can't really think of anything, that's like, oh, this was worth like getting out of getting out of bed for. No looking for snakes in the middle of the night.
But that's quite quite a difference in the kind of job. This one I assume is a bit more challenging.
Yeah, it is.
And you've learned a lot about what police do, I assume, that you didn't know before.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from actually all the bureaus, the different like jobs like within police and the bunch of jobs that are within like fire. The difference between an engine and a ladder truck, anything from EMS doing rescues here in the city to what EMA does throughout the day, and the way the nighttime economy office also keeps Carson Street pretty much safe.
Work with the nighttime economy office. Explain to people what that is.
Nighttime economy office.
Yeah.
I don't know like 100. I can't give you like their
the
definition of what they do, but basically they look out for like the nightlife spots that people like to go to, and then how businesses can operate smoothly without breaking laws.
All right, so you might help them spread information, and that would be your role
Yeah,
with them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they, wanted to put something on public safety's Twitter, or that's what we do, or we work together to try to create a media post or something.
Are reporters particularly pushy trying to find stuff out? Are there times you can't say things yet because family members haven't been notified or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time. I mean, the reporters they're pretty cool. We talk all the time. They know what we can and what we can, what we can and what we cannot like release like at that time, because the investigation is still ongoing. Like the police and detectives are still out there trying to put everything together. So I don't know like everything at that time. Yeah.
So let's talk about you. Where are you from originally? Where you grew up?
I'm from Washington, D.C. I grew up a little bit outside a place called Fort Washington, Maryland. Went to college at WVU, and I did 4 years in the Marine Corps also. And
Wow.
decided to come up here in Pittsburgh because this is where the jobs are.
How was 4 years in the Marine Corps? I don't think I knew that. That sounds difficult to me.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, one of those things that I just don't like bring up all the time unless somebody like ask.
Right.
But yeah, it was interesting 4 years, lots of travel, but that's all I wanted to do was 4.
A basic training, pretty difficult, I assume.
Yeah, in Paris Island, South Carolina. Yep.
Wow. So you don't shy away from hard work. That is clear.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm a hard worker.
Do you have any hobbies? I mean, you're working all the time, so I don't know if you have time for hobbies.
I do have some hobbies. Man, I wish I would have known that like before. I like those little like plastic like model cars. I used to put those together when I was younger, and I just started picking that back up last year. So I'm like, yeah, put like 2 together already, and probably get like a 3rd for this summer.
You show them to your friends, I assume, or whoever.
I just kind of keep them on like display, like around the apartment.
So how have you been coping with COVID? A lot of us have been more isolated for the last year or so than we were previously, obviously.
Yeah, it's been rough for me because I'm super extroverted. Like I love being out. I love being around people. So yeah, it's just like, in my apartment, doing Zoom and FaceTime with like my family and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of I miss like being out, going out to like, games, concerts, and just like the rooftop bars around here. But like I'm dealing with it. I'm making the best of it.
I just an outdoor restaurant, or a restaurant that has tables outdoors yesterday. It was the first time I've been to a restaurant, I guess, in more than a year, because people are just starting to go out. Are you taking any baby steps in that direction since you like to be out and about so much?
Yeah, I guess you can say like baby steps. I go out and I rent those like high mark bikes, and I just like take rides around like the Strip District and like downtown, and then stop at the occasional place to eat. Like this weekend was pretty nice out, so I like did that.
So you're using the mayor's bike lanes.
Yeah, I use the bike lanes.
Do you find them to be efficient and worthwhile?
They are. Yeah, I find them pretty efficient. You don't have to worry about cars and stuff trying to like run you over because you're in like a lane with those little plastic pipes in between. I guess they're like plastic pipes.
All right, but I'm gathering you live by yourself, which is probably a good thing, because some people who are living with somebody, they want to kill each other by this point in time.
Yeah, I'm living alone, so I haven't had any like roommate disagreements or anything. It's just me. Yeah. So you can leave the TV as loud as I want, or leave a light on, and not have to worry about that causing a fight with somebody.
There you go.
Yeah.
So would you recommend a career in city government?
I would. Yeah, I would definitely recommend a career in city government, like the benefits of it, and I think it kind of puts you up on a different level when it comes to moving on in career. It's just you did some government work, whether it was city, county, state, federal. I mean, there's all different branches you can go, which was why I would recommend work for a government.
For you to work for special events initially, because you could kind of keep your eye on other kinds of jobs and then apply for one, which you did, and you got it. Obviously. How did you get your first job? I mean, did somebody recommend you? Did you just apply online?
Basically, yeah, I went to apply online, like when I was looking for jobs, just, going through, the steps, being from, the DC area, I know, hey, let me start with like government and see like what it has, because that's what I know.
Yeah, you mentioned there were more jobs here than there, or apparently, for at least with the skill set that you have. And do you see yourself staying in Pittsburgh forever, or are you keeping your options open?
I don't know about forever. I miss the short commute to the beach. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'll be here for a good bit, but eventually I like to go somewhere where I'm like closer to the beach.
So winters in DC, are they similar to here? Is it a bit warmer? In other words,
It's a little bit warmer, but more sunny days too. I tell you that. But yeah, I mean, I guess they're almost similar, but I guess here it gets a lot more snow and it's a lot more cloudier. But
yeah, I personally hate winter, like Pittsburgh, but I hate winter anywhere in the north. So
yeah,
I don't know if I may join you one day in seeking a place near the beach. One thing, I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I've met so many people in different departments as you have, because you worked with and still work with several other departments. And I'm pleased to see how many dedicated professionals who actually give a darn about their jobs, actually trying to do good work. Did you expect more bureaucrats smoking cigarettes and sitting with their feet up on the desk?
yeah. No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know like what to expect.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right. So is this particular week your week from hell, or do you get to take it easy this week?
And no, this is my own call week, so I'm preparing to get my blanket and lay it on the couch and put the cell phones on as loud as they can go, and do my little 1 a.m. walk on the treadmill to keep my blood flowing.
Was that what? No kidding. You get up at 1 just to do that walk.
Yeah,
so
I kind of do different things on different nights, like Monday nights, or technically early Tuesday morning. I get on the treadmill and then like walk, and then early on Wednesday mornings that's when I'll like lift, and yeah.
But is that after a little bit of sleep and then you get up and do that?
Usually it'll probably be like a little nap before then, and then I'll just like I'll go.
All right. Well, Maurice Matthews, you're definitely one of the hardest working people in show business.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your post, and that should do it. Thanks so much for joining us on City Talk. It's a pleasure to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And that is it for this edition of City Talk. We will see you next time.